But now let's focus on Escorts, where again we had the monthly tractor numbers coming last week, and for that now let me welcome Mr. Bharat Madan, the Group CFO of Escorts, to the show. Bharat, welcome, and first up, another month of strong tractor growth. What's driving this demand? Which categories, which geographies? Give us some color.
I think if you look at the numbers, like last month of February also, we've seen good growth coming in the central Indian part. So I think look at the states like MP, Rajasthan, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh. So all this central India built has actually done exceptionally well in this particular period. So which is why I think you've seen the good numbers coming in from Escorts.
Right, but is it fair to say that you're gaining market share, or is it your strong areas actually you are seeing the growth here? Like, what's the part of equation here?
Yes, so we have gained market share. I think if you look at the month of February, we gained about 2% market share and then a standalone month. But on a YTD basis also, I think we have gained about 1.1% market share. So we now stand at for 11.3%. And this year, I think in terms of market share growth, we are the largest market share growth, almost 3 times of the nearest competition. So that way, I think yes, the company has done well.
And how much of this do you believe is sustainable? Like, what's the sort of competitive advantage which is driving this market share gain? Is it more about the technology? Is it about the cost factor? How's the price competition working at present in the sector?
I think a combination of factors. I think we're back with a lot of launches, product launches which the company had done. So today, if you look at our portfolio of products, about 75% sale is actually coming from the new products which are launched in the last 3 years. So obviously, that's one of the factors. Second, obviously, like you said, since the stronger market has shown good growth now, even in this year, since 15% growth in the stronger market. Compared to that, the weaker market in South and Western India had done only about 7% growth. So that's another factor actually which has gone in our favor this year. So overall, we think yes, the idea is to sustain this growth number, and we have actually given a direction to improve our market share going forward through in our Vision 2023 document. So we expect the same momentum will continue in this.
Right, and give me also flavor in the context of the product mix here. Between greater than 40 horsepower tractors or higher power tractors and lower power tractors, how's the mix looking to you at present?
So the major growth obviously this time has come under sub 40 HP segment. So that's where the growth for the industry has also come, and we also done better in that particular category. So the 41 and above segment has actually done lesser growth compared to the growth coming in the lower HP segment.
Right, the monsoon forecast is yet to come by, so definitely early days. But how are you looking at the underlying demand at present? Government is making its own announcement. It's election season, and when we try to go back to the last 2 or 3 election cycles, what happens in this period typically? Because this time election period is also going to be associated the way again agri season is going to shape up. So how do you see over the next 3 to 4 months demand for you?
So generally in the pre-election timing, you've seen actually, if you look at the historical data, also good growth actually happens because all the, I think, good announcement on the policy initiative side, I think, which is done from the government side, which we also seen happening the last 2 years. We've seen the good growth happening on the agriculture sector, back with the good monsoon and also the good fair policy initiatives from the government side. So going forward, I think our expectation is now, since it's too early about the monsoon predictions, although the first indication look positive. So first quarter, definitely we expect the growth momentum will be good because definitely we're going to see good harvesting of the Rabi crop. Then this time the yield is also likely to be better. And overall the Navratri season, the first season is shifted to April compared to March, which is last year. So April quarter definitely will see good growth momentum coming in. So I think first quarter we see it will be 10% of upwards or 10% sort of growth possible in the industry. And it's really the going forward as the monsoon predictions really mature and you get from numbers coming up there. So if it's a favorable number, then it can also lead to maybe 10% growth.
Well, that's the word again if you wanted to again understand from the point of election season also. But Bharat Madan, thanks a lot for coming on the show and giving us a flavor, a reason behind again what is working in favor for Escorts at present. Another month of strong growth. There was a mild outperformance over the street estimates. Market share gain has been reported by the company. So again, it's looking good for the company, and that's where the stock is at present. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of Opening Trades. But as we move towards the break, let's first show a set of breaking stocks for you before again we end this show. And a couple of stocks actually are showing some strong trends here. Jindal Stainless, almost 9% uptake coming for the stock.